This video will cover getting started with Canvas. Now I know a lot of you may not be new to JCCC and you've been using Canvas for quite some time. What I want to do is show you how I build my Canvas courses and where important information you may need can be found. The first thing you want to do to get into Canvas is go to jccc.edu and you're going to go over here to the right hand side of the screen and go to log in. The credentials that you'll use are your username and the password that the school has assigned to you, and click login. Once you're in Canvas, you'll see your dashboard or your home page, and there will possibly be tiles of classes that you're enrolled in. There may be student training videos. I have some of that for faculty down here at the bottom, and I have all my course tiles here at the top. I like very much to have them color-coded so that I know these 5 tiles are my fall semester courses. You can change the color of any tile that you like by clicking on the 3 dots and choosing whatever color you want. And then I also like to organize them by when they meet, what time, and what days. Another thing that you might want to do, and you might not, it's okay, is go to your account notifications. You click on up here on the upper left on your account. I have uploaded a picture of myself. That is also in this environment very helpful for me, especially for online classes, to see who you are. The notifications part is what I like to have when a student emails me, particularly in a conversation. A conversation means an email. If somebody sends me an email, I have Canvas linked to my cell phone so that when one of those conversations, if student emails me, I get that text message immediately on my phone that someone has emailed me, and then I can just grab my laptop or iPad or whatever and log in to answer your questions. So I like to have all of these turned on. You might also wish to have your grades turned on. When I get something graded, or after you've taken a test in my math lab and you want to see your Canvas grade and your grade changes, you can also get text notifications for when your grades change. But I kind of like the notifications. You can go up here to settings and you can set up your cell phone to receive those. You would just say contact method. You would put in your cell phone number and you would select your carrier and set it up for SMS or text messages. So that's just something that's optional. It's certainly not required by any means. I'm going to go into a class. Now again, it doesn't matter which class of mine you are in, whether it's face-to-face or online or college algebra or intermediate algebra, it makes no difference. The shells are all set up pretty much the same way. So first thing I'd like to show you is the home page. Normally I will have a welcome, the name of the class, what semester it is. The first thing I don't want you to do is think that you've got to go buy a MyMathLab code, because you do not. I use day 1 access, and that's what this paragraph explains here. There's no course ID with day 1 access. When you pay your tuition, you've already paid for access to the ebook as well as the homework, quizzes, tests. You've got access to the entire site. You've already paid for it. What is important though is that you click on this link to set it up. There are registration instructions on this home page. For right now, we are teaching our classes, our face-to-face classes, from Zoom, so I wrote a little paragraph about how that's going to work. I will create those links and get them on this home page soon. The next thing I would like to show you is this particular getting started video can be found here, and these are external links and they'll open a new page in YouTube. here is a getting started video with MyMathLab, and you can watch how MyMathLab works here. Information about the chapter exams and final exams, midterm exams can be found here, and so there's a little write-up here. I am requiring that students in this environment where we're doing Zoom proctoring for exams, I am requiring students to upload their worked problems from the exams in PDF form within 10 minutes of taking the exam. And I have information about how to do that, and you can find that here. I've got a link to the syllabus. You can also print out a copy here. It is a PDF file. And then definitely modules is where most everything is. And so I've included a link to modules. You'll also find that on the left-hand side of the navigation. Vital Source Bookshelf is where you will go to get to MyMathLab. You can look at your grades. Here's a copy of the syllabus. You'll see the Zoom and the UJA links, but I upload all my videos for you in UJA, but you will not be able to see them. That is mostly for me. So let's go into modules, and I'd like to do a quick rundown of where things are and what you might need. Of course, first and foremost is, again, a copy of the syllabus. I have the syllabus in multiple locations so you don't miss it. You really do need to read the syllabus. I have a copy of my office hours. You just click this link and it will open that up. Getting started, these getting started videos will be in this module as soon as I'm done making this video. MyMathLab information is in this module. Again, here is a link to that PDF file for how to register through VitalSource for day one access. We seem to, with not only with Canvas, but with MyMathLab, students, oh gosh, there's so many different devices. There are different laptops and there are different operating systems. You could have a Mac using iOS, or maybe you're using Windows 10, or I'm still got one computer, unfortunately, on Windows 7, and so we have tablets and we even have phones. And so being able to set whatever browser you choose to use, setting that for pop-ups, we have to allow MyMathLab to do pop-ups, and so you can click on this external link and make sure if MyMathLab doesn't seem to be working correctly for you, if the videos aren't working, you can go to your browser and computer settings, choose which browser you're using, which operating system you're using, and this is kind of just some tips and settings that you can change in your browser in order to allow everything to work. Sometimes MyMathLab will require us to clear our browser cache in order for things to start working correctly. So here's a link for how to clear your browser cache. We've also found that students using iOS, and I also do, I have a Mac, I have an iMac, a very big desktop machine, I've got a MacBook Pro, and I've got a Windows computer. But we found that there are certain Safari settings for MyMathLab that need to be checked under your preferences, and so I've included a document here if you're having any problems. The MyMathLab server status is a very helpful page. If a student emails me and say, well, I can't get my homework done because MyMathLab's down, I can't get in. The first thing I do is I go to this server status page and I check to see if the servers are up. And so I'm going to know if you're having computer issues or if the server on MyMathLab's end is down. And it looks like in the last 24 hours, of course, they haven't had any problems. It looks like Sunday, August 16th, they were having some trouble. And so you can kind of go in here and see when they might have a service disruption. They do updates occasionally, usually in the middle of the night on Sundays between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. But I like the server status page because it helps me help you troubleshoot if you can't get logged in. And then I've got some technology tips. You are going to be uploading your work for your exams. And again, it doesn't matter what type of exam it is. It's a chapter exam, it's a midterm exam, it's the final exam. You are going to upload the work that you do, each problem is going to need to be worked on a piece of paper. This document will help you. There are multiple apps out there that will let you scan your work into one PDF. And so I've got a document with all of those different things here. And you will click this link to submit your work. This is kind of like a Dropbox, and for exam 1, you'll upload your work within 10 to 15 minutes of taking the exam. That work has to be uploaded. Down here you can see the titles of different chapters or units that we have tests over, and what I've done here, and I'll just click on this one first, is the first thing I have are called notes packet videos. When we do face-to-face classes, we have lecture. I have notes packets that I like to hand out to the students as a PDF. I give them a hard copy, and then the students and we work together during class time, and we fill those notes packets out. So we work a lot of example problems and get those filled out. Here is a copy of the notes packet itself, and you can print those out. And then these are my own videos filling out the notes packet and basically doing the same class lecture that I would normally do live, filling out that notes packet. And so I have included the notes packet and the videos for each section that is in the notes packet of me working those out. As soon as we get started and I get a notes packet completely filled out, at the end of the chapter, I will scan that document and upload it. So if you missed anything, you can fill your notes packet out so that you can begin studying for your chapter exams. I also have, I'm not a huge fan of Khan Academy, but I do have Khan Academy links. So if you're having trouble with, say, Introduction to Functions, f of x, and what defines a function, and you watched the lecture video, you came to class, whatever, but you still don't understand it. If you want some more instruction or you want to watch someone else explain it, the Khan Academy videos are a great second resource to go to for information. Again, I'm not a huge fan of these, but I'm at least a fan enough that I've included the links, one for almost every section, for you to go look at if you would like and check those out. And so that's pretty much it for this video. In the getting started with my math lab video, I will cover and talk a little bit more about VitalSource, and I will talk a little bit more about this document here, the steps and instructions for setting up your My Math Lab course. And I will do that in another video. I just sort of wanted to cover Canvas and what it's used for and where you can find everything. Thanks.